You know, it's okay to be sad about them.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the Big Bang Theory moments that hit us with the force of a wrecking ball.
When I lost my own father, I didn't have any friends to help me through it. You do.
Number 30, Amy in the bathroom. We've all been there. You see a photo of yourself and your heart sinks.
Amy?
Raj, please, not now.
What's wrong?
My picture's all over the internet and I look terrible.
Not because you're not beautiful, but because it holds up a mirror to every so-called flaw society's ever sold you. We were gutted for Amy, who instead of celebrating this momentous occasion, is heartbroken over how she looks in some pictures.
No, I shouldn't care about how I look, and I never thought I did. It's stupid and shallow, but I just can't help it. Am I really this frumpy?
No, you are a beautiful woman.
Amy always prided herself in valuing her mind above all else, but moments like this prove that even the most seemingly unbothered among us can be wrecked by things we never thought we cared about. Also, watching Amy's excitement evaporate after Sheldon reacts poorly to her makeover stings that much more.
I like you better the way you were.
But she looks beautiful. Classic lines, colors that complement her skin tone, and hair that goes from office to on the town in minutes.
I don't care. Put it back.
I like the way I look.
Well, I don't.
Number 29, Raj ends his friendship with Howard. This one was a long time coming. Howard's love language was apparently verbal jabs and emotional neglect, and it's kind of tragic that Raj needed his dad to explain that this friendship was a toxic mess.
Don't make excuses. What kind of friend acts that way?
Well, I guess...
It was a rhetorical question. A bad friend.
Even so, we can't say that watching these besties part ways wasn't at all sad. At first, Howard laughs Raj off, because of course he does, but he soon seems to realise what he's lost.
Thank you for blaming me for everything that's wrong in your life. Thank you for walking out on our friendship.
You are welcome, and thank you for mocking me for all of these years.
Thank you for making it so easy.
He lashes out in anger rather than admitting the truth. He misses his bestie, and he's gutted that Raj has turned his back on the friendship.
Why are you being such a jerk?
Because you're my best friend, and you hurt my feelings.
Well, you're my best friend, you hurt my feelings!
It's only once Howard gets vulnerable and real that their friendship can bounce back. Number 28, Raj all alone. Many of you were pretty gutted that Raj, the hopeless romantic of the group, ended the series solo, and we hear you.
Just saying that after everything you've been through, you get to look into each other's eyes and say, I love you. And that's beautiful.
Now, don't get us wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being single, but Raj wanted love so badly. We felt his heartbreak like a punch to the chest.
What is wrong with me? Why can't I ever have love?
You will.
No, I am unlovable.
From Lucy to Emily and even Anu, Raj's fairy tale love always felt just out of reach. While we love how they flipped the classic rom-com trope with Howard stopping Raj at the airport as they walk off together, we can't help but feel for Raj and wonder if he'll ever find the right girl to stand in front of this boy.
Are you saying you're just a boy? Standing in front of another boy? Saying you don't want him to leave? Sure.
Number 27, Sheldon realises the sacrifices his family made for him. Now that young Sheldon is officially part of the TBBT canon, we know just how much Sheldon's family, even his siblings, did to accommodate him. But of course, all of that went completely over his head.
I talk to Mom all the time. If she was upset, she would have told me.
She was protecting you, you idiot, just like everyone always does.
If things were bad, then why didn't you tell me?
Because I was protecting you too.
That is until Georgie, his long-estranged big brother, finally lays it out for him, and he doesn't sugarcoat it. It's a long overdue reality check that hits Sheldon hard.
You're my baby brother, Sheldon. I know life has been hard for you. But that don't mean it's been easy for the rest of us.
We already knew that Georgie and Missy were often overlooked growing up, but watching that truth finally land for Sheldon makes us feel even more for his siblings. Despite everything, Georgie still cares for his baby brother a lot, and that has us welling up every time.
Sorry.
Thank you.
And it would mean a lot to me to have my big brother at my wedding.
I wouldn't miss it.
Number 26, Sheldon can't handle conflict. In young Sheldon, we don't see Mary and George argue nearly as much as adult Sheldon remembers, but the moments that they did clearly left a mark.
Oh, you are such a... What the hell is he doing?
He's drowning us out. He doesn't like fighting.
Sheldon, just stop. Look, the fight is over.
It's no secret that we're shaped by our childhoods, but in this episode, we see just how deeply Sheldon was wounded by his parents' conflicts.
All this fighting, I might as well be back with my parents. Damn it, George. I told you if you didn't quit drinking, I'd leave you. Well, I guess that makes you a liar, because I'm drunk as hell and you're still here. Stop yelling. You're making Sheldon cry. I'll tell you what's making Sheldon cry, that I let you name him Sheldon.
These moments are often played for laughs, but under the laugh track, we're really watching his younger self jump into self-defense. The more people around him fight, the stronger his walls become. Moments like this remind us that while we grow up, we rarely leave our inner child behind.
Come on, Sheldon, let's go home. Look, we're done fighting.
I've heard that before. Then the next thing you know, I'm hiding in my bedroom, blaring a Richard Feynman lecture, while my mom is shouting that Jesus would forgive her if she put ground glass in my dad's meatloaf. And my dad's on the roof skeet shooting her Franklin Mint collectible plates.
Sheldon's not usually one for hugs, but a toy robot will do. Number 25, please don't hurt my friend. None of us want to see our friends hurting, not even Sheldon Cooper.
Now you're asking me to keep a secret from my best friend, colleague, and roommate?
Yes, please. Penny will kill me.
Fine. FYI, secret keeping, hate it.
So when he hears through the grapevine that Penny is considering breaking up with Leonard again, he just can't sit around and wait for her to break his heart. Of course, he goes about it in the most Sheldon-esque way, so his genuine concern goes mostly unnoticed.
Okay, you listen to me. I think it's really sweet you're trying to protect your friend, but this is none of your business, got it?
Excuse me, this is not about protecting my friend. I'm a big fan of homeostasis. Do you know what that is?
Of course not.
We may not have even noticed it on our first watch, but now we can see how his obsessive behaviour is actually just a manifestation of his inner turmoil. Of course, it's the moment that he finally says out loud what's been eating him up inside that makes our hearts ache for him.
Penny,
What?
please don't hurt my friend.
That is the last thing I want to do.
Thank you.
Number 24, Sheldon versus emotions. Sheldon rarely picks up on emotional cues, and it often gets him in trouble.
We were discussing Raj's recent breakup, and apparently I was insensitive to him.
It's okay, I'm fine.
Don't fall for it. No, he'll get you to compare him to a dead virgin, and suddenly you're the bad guy.
But this time, he learns that being aware of people's unfiltered emotions isn't exactly easy either. When Howard gives him a prototype emotion detector, Sheldon's eager to try it, but clearly misses the memo about not announcing everything it picks up.
Stay out of this. You and your stupid machine started this fight.
You are lucky that this feelings machine doesn't have feeling.
He soon realizes that having the ability to sense emotions without knowing what to do with them is just as hard as not sensing them at all. All he wants is to understand others, but he still falls short. For once, it's not apathy, it's that he simply doesn't know how. It's a rare, deeply human moment for Sheldon.
I always knew I had trouble recognizing other people's emotions, but that machine just made it so real.
Well, everybody has things that they need help with. Like me, I can't see without my glasses. You know, right now you're just a cute pink smudge wearing a childish green smudge.
Thought I was getting better at it, but clearly I'm not.
Number 23, Amy's left out of bridesmaid dress shopping. Much like Sheldon, Amy's social etiquette could occasionally use some fine-tuning, especially earlier on. She's just so excited to have girlfriends that she tends to get a little carried away.
They're out shopping right now?
Yeah,
Just the two of them?
I guess.
That's cool. That's cool.
Unfortunately, rather than being gently honest, Penny and Bernadette leave her out of wedding prep entirely. This hits on a feeling that many of us know, the pain of finally feeling like you fit in, only to fear that you might lose it all.
This is us. Bernadette, you are the analytical, scientific left hemisphere. Penny, you're the creative, spontaneous right hemisphere. And where's Amy? She's right here. The sad little tumor no one wants to go dress shopping with.
For someone who spent most of her life feeling like an outsider, this felt like being rejected all over again. It's that gut punch of going from feeling included to suddenly left out. Of course, it's going to hurt.
Sorry. We feel awful.
Don't. I'll be okay. You're not the first girls I thought were friends with me who ended up shunning me. It's like elementary school, junior high, High school, undergrad, grad school, and that semester abroad in Norway all over again.
Number 22, Sheldon's broken heart goes on the record. For someone who hates secrets, Sheldon sure held on to this one for a while. It's totally by accident that Penny and Leonard even learn that Sheldon had been planning to propose. While he insists he's fine about it all, his outbursts say otherwise. Even someone like Sheldon Cooper, who idolizes Spock in every sense, can't escape heartache.
I am sitting here on a couch talking about my favorite TV character like nothing happened. Because I am just like him. All logical, all the time.
Sweetie, you're yelling.
Because when I speak at a regular volume, no one seems to believe me that I put this Amy nonsense behind me.
We get it. Sometimes when the pain is too much to bear, it's easier to pretend it doesn't exist than to face it head on. But it's even more crushing when he goes to find Amy to patch things up, only to see that she's already moved on. That hurt us like it was happening to us. Number 21, George's final words of wisdom. After Sheldon and Amy's asymmetry theory is disproven, Sheldon sinks into despair, with only one person who can help.
Hello, Sheldon.
Hello, Sheldon.
If you're watching this, I assume something bad has happened. Something unfortunate and unforeseen. Something that's making you question everything.
I'm so smart.
Unfortunately, it's not to be, leaving Sheldon free-falling even further down the rabbit hole. Luckily, someone else comes through for him in the nick of time. This will hit home for anyone who's lost a loved one.
You learn as much about who you are and what you're made of from failing as you do from success. Maybe more. So you can spend the next half feeling sorry for yourselves, or you can get out there and give them hell.
Few of us get a chance to receive a much-needed pep talk from someone who we miss greatly. It's a touching moment, but also heartbreaking, knowing this might be the last time that George really shows up for his son when he needs him most, and that Sheldon didn't know how to appreciate what he had until it was gone.
Thanks, Dad. We're gonna give him hell.
Number 20, Stuart showed up. As much as Stuart was part of the group, and at one point he and Raj became really good friends, he often felt like he was on the outside looking in.
Thanks for letting me use the comic book store as part of the scavenger hunt.
Oh, my pleasure. Always happy to help out with fun things that I wasn't invited to be a part of.
And while we'd like to tell you that he was wrong and was just projecting his own fears and neuroses on the group, we can't. Sure, we can understand that a lot can happen in 2 decades, but when the gang all agreed to reunite for a meal 20 years in the future, Stuart was the only one who followed through. We can only assume that the rest of them were sitting around some futuristic coffee table eating dinner, and totally forgot about their former friend.
See you guys in 20 years.
I know it.
Number 19, Green Lantern had to watch Wonder Woman and Superman. Winning the New Year's Eve costume contest at the comic book store should have been a really happy moment for Leonard, and it was, at first. The guy's decision to get Penny to be Wonder Woman and her then boyfriend Zach to be Superman had paid off in victory. But then the countdown happened, midnight struck, and Leonard had to stand there and watch Penny and Zach kiss. What made it even sadder was that Penny had her eyes on Leonard throughout. This gesture felt like acknowledging that she still had feelings for him, even though she was embracing Zach.
If Zach and I have just gone to a regular club or a party, it would have been fine. But this, with the costumes and you...
What about me?
Nothing.
Number 18, I Wish You Weren't Going. In the season 2 finale, Sheldon and the guys prepared to head off to the North Pole for a few months.
Sorry, I was gonna tell you.
Oh, hey! No, you don't have to apologize. There's no reason you have to tell me. I was just, surprised.
After Penny found out Leonard was leaving, she notably got him a gift and gave him an extra lengthy hug. This act confused Leonard, who had feelings for his neighbour. However, when he questioned her about her motives, she denied that her gestures and words meant anything. Yet when he left and she was alone in her apartment, she finally privately voiced her true feelings, breaking us.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Means I wish you weren't going.
If she had just told Leonard the truth, we could have all had a happy cry. But instead, the moment was just a tragic one. Number 17, Sheldon feeling left out. We may not all be geniuses, but that doesn't mean we can't relate to a lot of what the guys, Amy and Bernadette, go through. In this case, it was Sheldon's feelings that hit us right in our hearts. When Dr. Cooper didn't get invited to an exclusive physics symposium, his feelings were hurt.
A select group of scientists was invited to a weekend symposium at a former home of Richard Feynman, and I wasn't included.
Sheldon, I'm sure it's not because they don't think you're an elite scientist.
No one ever likes to be left out, especially when the thing you're being left out of involves your peer group. Sure, many of us can't relate to the whole physics symposium thing, but being excluded is something we've all dealt with at one time or another.
Do you think there comes a point in life when it stops feeling bad to be left out of things?
Probably not. It's an evolutionary advantage to be included in group activities.
It's this relatability that really made the ordeal difficult to watch, until Sheldon and Amy built Fort Cozy McBlanket, of course.
The first annual Best Fort Ever contest, or Fort Off Art. Fort Knox, Fort Ticonderoga, Fort Sumter, and Fort Cozy McBlanket.
Number 16, Priya cheated on Leonard. Allow us to start by saying that yes, we know Leonard also cheated on Priya when he repeatedly made out with Alice, the girl from the comic book store.
I thought for once I'd met a good guy, but you're just another jackass.
Oh, no, you have it wrong. No, I was going to be a jackass, but I stopped myself.
However, with that being said, we also recognise that he ultimately stopped it from going any further than that, walking away because he felt bad about what he was doing. So when he found out that Priya did a whole lot more than just make out with someone, he was blindsided.
I kind of cheated on you too.
Kind of?
A couple of weeks ago, I slept with my ex-boyfriend.
And his pain over the dissolution of their relationship was real. Regardless of how you felt about Leonard and Priya as a couple, there's no doubt that they cared for each other, and seeing it end like that was unfortunate.
Well, it's not a competition.
Oh, yeah, it is, and you won. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Number 15, Penny cut from NCIS. To call Penny a struggling actress is almost an understatement. Before she switched career paths, her only noteworthy gigs, besides some small stage productions, were a hemorrhoid commercial and the low-budget, low-quality serial apist movies.
Oh, after I did it, I felt so ashamed. Thankfully, that thing never came out.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, serial apist.
So when she got a small part on an episode of the big network television show NCIS in season 7, we couldn't have been happier for her. That also meant that when she found out her scene was removed from the episode, we felt her pain and devastation. It was even worse because she was watching with all her friends in excited anticipation.
I'm sorry.
That stinks.
Sure, you were great.
This doesn't make any sense to me. I thought I did a really good job. Excuse me.
We still haven't fully recovered from this one. Number 14, why Sheldon knocks 3 times. Throughout the series, Sheldon's compulsion to always knock 3 times was a source of many funny moments.
Who do we love?
Penny.
Who do we love?
Penny.
Who do we love?
Penny.
Hello, Sheldon. Come on in.
However, the origin of the obsession and the reason why he did it is anything but funny, as he explained to Penny in season 10. During a heart-to-heart with her, he opened up about how, as a teen, he had walked in on his dad with a woman who was not his mum.
I saw my father having relations with another woman.
That's awful.
I know. It's also why I never open a door without knocking 3 times.
Of course, we now know that's not exactly what happened, but we digress. He told the story in order to explain why he was being difficult when it came to compromising with Amy. But in doing so, he also mentioned that it fueled the reasoning behind his triple knocks, tugging at our heartstrings in the process. Number 13, Sheldon and Amy's theory debunked. One of the happiest moments of the show was when Sheldon and Amy won the Nobel Prize. However, in the lead up to that happiest of moments, the story took a few major detours in sadness. One such detour was the apparent disproving of their theory by a Russian paper from the 1970s.
Well, Raj and I were chasing them down like you asked us to, and we came across a Russian paper that seems to disprove superasymmetry.
Seeing the shock in their eyes was sad enough, and Sheldon demolishing the whiteboard just added to it. But the primal scream he let out after is when the devastation of the moment really hit the highest and most gutting of notes. Although it did make the joy that much greater when their theory was ultimately proved right. Number 12, Howard refuses to read the letter from his father. Two of the defining aspects of Howard's character were the fact that he lived with his mother and that his father abandoned the family when he was young.
Why don't you read it? Maybe he apologizes or explains why he left.
He abandoned me and my mother. Why does he deserve a chance to explain anything?
While he was often ragged on for the former, it was the latter that was sad. We always knew it had affected him, but it wasn't until Sheldon uncovered a letter from his dad, sent for his 18th birthday, that we fully appreciated the hurt Howard was carrying. He never opened it, actually opting to burn it in this episode. The group eventually came up with a clever way to share its message with him, but his not wanting to definitively know what it said showed the depth of the agony he felt. We felt it too.
Actually, I don't want to know. I want all of them to be true.
Well, one of them is.
That's pretty cool.
Number 11, Sheldon's Pop Pop. What started off as a fun Christmas-themed game of Dungeons and Dragons ends with one of the saddest moments of the series.
I get right up in Santa's big fat face and say, well, 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 jolly old Saint Nick, we meet again. Yeah, I believe the last time we spoke was in the Baybrook Mall in Galveston, Texas, when I was 5 years old. Isn't that right?
In this scene, we learn why Sheldon has such disdain for the Christmas season, and more specifically, jolly old Saint Nick.
And my mother dragged me there, and she popped me down in your lap, and you asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I told you my pop-pop, because that was the year my grandfather died. I missed him, and I wanted him back.
Sheldon reveals that his grandfather was the only person in his family that encouraged him to pursue science when he was a kid, and that when his Pop-Pop passed away, he asked Santa to bring him back, which of course didn't happen.
Pop-Pop was the only one in my family who encouraged me to pursue science. But you didn't bring him back, did you? No, instead I got Lincoln Logs. Now, you can build a lot of neat things out of Lincoln Logs. But Pop-Up ain't one of them.
It's a funny scene, but it's underlaid with real emotional sadness. Number 10, Lucy breaks up with Raj. Although Raj seems to fall in love with pretty much any girl that looked his way, Lucy was the first girl he was probably truly in love with.
I like you a lot, and that's scary for me. Mostly because you're a proven flight risk.
Given her intense social anxiety, Raj had to work extra hard to get her to trust him and keep her from climbing out the nearest bathroom window. And he did. He was very understanding of her issues. He set up super romantic texting dates, and he was quick to apologize when he would push her too far out of her comfort zone.
Oh no.
Buddy, okay?
But it wasn't enough. In the season 6 finale, Lucy agreed to meet the gang, but in the end, it was too much for her, and she broke up with Raj through text.
Raj, I can't come to the party. This is all just too much for me. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Sorry, Lucy.
Number 9, Sheldon says no to Amy. From the moment that Amy ended her relationship with Sheldon, fans were waiting for Shamey to get back together.
I was thinking that, maybe I'm ready to be your girlfriend again.
Needing a break from Sheldon was understandable, but these two were meant to be together. And most of us probably assumed that when Amy was ready to get back together, Sheldon would be too.
Amy, I excel at many things, but getting over you wasn't one of them.
But alas, no. And it wasn't just the no that was sad. His honest reasoning about how hard it was for him to get over her is something that so many of us can relate to from both perspectives.
I think I need to just be your friend.
Okay. I understand.
Number 8, The Last Supper. As anyone who's ever lost someone knows, it isn't just sad when it happens. there are also moments that come along afterwards that bring back memories, and in doing so, bring the grief back up to the surface.
Ma always kept it on hand in case I got sick. She thought she could cure anything with her cooking.
That's exactly what happened to Howard after his mum died when the power went out at her house. Stuart was residing there at the time and told Howard that it had been out since the middle of the night. On the surface, this might not sound like a big deal, but it was to Howard, since all the food his mother had left in the freezer was going to go bad.
It's all defrosting.
It's okay, it's just food.
It's not just food. This is the last food my mother ever made.
This, and his choice to organise a dinner, was portrayed in a heart-wrenchingly real way.
Let's invite everyone over to dinner. It'll be like Ma's feeding us one last time.
I love that.
Number 7, Penny breaks up with Leonard.
I think we should talk now.
What? No, it's okay. We don't have to talk because there's nothing to talk about. Everything's good.
Yes, they've had their ups and downs, almost breakups and so on, and they were sad every time. But this is the one that hurt the most. It all began when Leonard told Penny he loved her for the first time, and Penny didn't return the sentiment.
I love you, Penny.
Thank you.
This is a tipping point moment in any relationship, and it was in this one as well. Leonard tried to play it cool and understanding about them being at different places in the relationship, but he wasn't, and he couldn't stop pressuring Penny about the unreturned L-bomb.
And someday, we don't know when, maybe you'll love me back.
Finally, with a little evil genius coaxing from Will Wheaton, she dropped the breakup bomb on Leonard, breaking his heart and ours.
Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
No, this isn't fair to you, Leonard. I'm sorry.
Number 6, Stuart's comic book store burns down. At the beginning of the series, Stuart went on a couple of dates with Penny, and in the final season he falls in love with a great girl and they move in together. But in between those high points, Stuart had a whole lot of lows, and no moment was lower or sadder than when his comic book store burned down.
What happened? I was cooking in the back room last night and the hot plate caught on fire.
For a guy who already seemed to be having a tough time with life, seeing his business destroyed felt like life really was picking on him.
I don't mean to be rude, Sheldon, but my life is kind of falling apart right now.
The studio audience's shocked and saddened reaction to the destruction is the perfect sonic representation of what we all felt in that moment. Number 5, Sheldon is a selfish jerk.
You are a selfish jerk. To hell with you and your Nobel Prize.
Sheldon being selfish and inconsiderate was the source of much of the comedy of the show, but his selfishness hit a high point in the series finale, and it wasn't funny.
You just found out that a woman who has loved and cared for you for 12 years is pregnant, and all you can say is you're relieved that she's not going to get you sick.
There's no need for a recap. I was there.
The gang all went to Sweden to celebrate Sheldon and Amy winning the Nobel Prize. But before they got to the ceremony, Sheldon managed to selfishly piss off every one of his friends. So much so that they all considered leaving.
Well, pull it together. This is a big day for me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. Now I am. We're going home.
The saddest moment came when Amy had to call him out and tell him that the reasons their friends were abandoning them was because he broke their hearts.
They're abandoning us because you broke their hearts.
I didn't mean to.
I know. You never mean to. It's the only reason people tolerate you.
Number 4, Professor Proton dies.
Sheldon, I've got some bad news.
What is it?
I just read online that Arthur Jeffries passed away.
Professor Proton was the host of a science show for kids back when Sheldon and Leonard were growing up. His importance to Sheldon during his younger, friendless years can't be overstated.
You okay? I know he meant a lot to you.
I'm fine.
The guys become somewhat friendly with him at the end of season 6. But near the end of the 7th season, Professor Proton passed away.
And now you're gone too. It's like all the men I've looked up to have gone away.
At first, Sheldon acts like it doesn't affect him, not going to the funeral and focusing instead on Star Wars Day. But when Leonard returns from the funeral, Sheldon can't deny it anymore.
Did you know that Arthur's son is a high school son?
The pain and sadness that he's been trying to ignore comes out in a moment of heartache that anyone who has lost someone important to them can relate to. Number 3, Leonard forgives his mother. Leonard's relationship, or lack thereof, with his mother was a source of many jokes throughout the run of the series.
Have you calmed down?
No, I'm not calm. He really hurt me.
That wasn't my intention.
It doesn't matter what you intended. What matters is the way you made me feel. Actually, the way you've always made me feel.
He's constantly looking for love, approval, and an emotional connection from his mother that never comes. Although in one of the final episodes, things seem to have changed until Leonard realizes she was just doing it to gather information for a new book.
This has all been work to you? Hanging out with me and coming to my lab? I thought we were enjoying each other's company, but it was just research.
And that's when he, instead of trying to change his mother, decides to forgive her. It's a truly powerful moment, and as he speaks, you can see an emotional weight being lifted off his shoulders.
I didn't ask you to forgive
Too
me.
bad. I forgive you anyway. And I forgive myself for taking so long to do it. Oh my God, that feels so good.
The scene ends with his mother giving him a hug. A real hug. Quite possibly for the first time ever. Number 2, Amy breaks up with Sheldon.
Can you believe it's been 5 years since our first date?
I know. Do you think I should start watching the Flash TV show?
As patient and understanding as Raj was with Lucy, Amy was 10 times that when it came to her relationship with Sheldon. And there was no doubting that they both truly did love each other, which made their breakup that much sadder.
This isn't easy to say because I love you, but I need some time to take a step back and reevaluate our situation.
This wasn't something Amy wanted to do or was happy to do. It was something that she needed to do, even though it was hurting her as much as Sheldon.
I hope you understand.
Okay.
Bye, Sheldon.
And as if that wasn't sad enough, this moment turns the sadness meter up to 11 when we found out that Sheldon had a ring and was planning on proposing to Amy before she ended things.
Well, Gollum, you're an expert on rings. What do I do with this one?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Howard's mother dies.
Yeah, you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
My mom died.
For 8 seasons, Howard's mother was just a loud, screeching voice coming from off-screen. We never saw her face, but she was as important as almost anyone on the show.
It's this dress! When I put my front in, my back pops out!
After his father left when he was a young boy, Howard and his mum only had each other. Howard would make jokes about her dying, but there was never any doubt about how much he loved her, and so did we. This heartbreaking story was written in after Carol Ann Susie, who plays Mrs. Wolowitz, passed away. So it was as much a gut punch for the actors as for the characters.
That was my aunt. Ma took a nap. She never woke up.
If you didn't shed a tear at any of the other moments on this list, there is no way your eyes stayed dry for this episode.
To Mrs. Wolowitz, loving mother, to all of us.
Which TBBT moments made your heart break? Let us know in the comments.
Everybody hurts. Sometimes everybody cries.